Hello and welcome to Live Sports Australia. I'm Andrew Bretherton and joining me today is Andrew Seabrook. Today we have the Victorian Youth Championship Women's League of the Waverley Falcons facing off against the Sandringham Sabres.
Yeah, it should be a good game, Andrew, and welcome, by the way. Yes, it is a bit cold up here today. Andrew's shivering there a little bit, but it is a little bit cool here in Melbourne. We are coming to you from Melbourne, Australia. It is the 24th of June, 2018, and this is quite a critical game for the girls.
The Falcons win the tip-off.
The Falcons having played last night against Kilsyth and have come away with a win there. And they're starting off in the same fashion. Mia Parsons, who last night led all scorers with the 2. Grace Beasley grabs the ball.
Yeah, and she's just great off the fast break. Oh, and she gets another score.
Now, this is exactly the start that the Waverley Falcons would want. As I said, an extremely important game for them. As the Sandringham sitting on the top of their respective conference. Waverley in 4th or 5th. Hard to tell because of the ladder is not quite accurate in the Watson Conference, but I believe they're sitting in 4th, having climbed up from the bottom of the ladder on a run of red-hot form, Andrew, as we see another 2 go down, this time again to Grace Beasley.
Yeah, and she's just excellent at penetrating that paint and seeing the holes in the defense. And she's become quite a valuable asset to this youth league team.
Yeah, and of course she's backing up from a state champ women's game out at Sunbury last night, which went down to the wire. The Sunbury Jets getting up over the Falcons by, I think it was 2 points, maybe 4 points, but it was a very narrow margin. We'll see that Waverley squad as Mia Parsons drops another 2 and draws the foul. And all of a sudden, Falcons out potentially to an 11-point margin if Mia can drop these. It's 9 at the moment.
Yeah, and the foul there was called on Ella Badish. She's picking up her first personal for the game.
Actually, I was wrong. It would have been a 10-point margin, but she didn't get it anyway. And a travel called.
Yeah, I almost thought they'd call a foul because there was a little bit of body contact in that, but she's lucky the travel got called first. Oh, and some good ball movement here from the Falcons. And Beasley draws yet another foul.
3rd team foul on the Sandringham Sabres. Coach John Humble probably... well, it's interesting. It looks like it's Sue that's on her feet at the moment. So I'm not quite certain who's actually head coaching them today. It looks like it might be Sue.
As Beasley concedes the second. And Raga Galskas, if I'm saying that right, brings the ball up to court.
Still just signs of not quite panic, but certainly discomfort in the Sandringham team at the moment. I'm surprised that they haven't called a timeout just to settle things down. Beasley.
8 seconds left on the shot clock. Parsons with the shot. No good. We see Hicks bring the ball up to
That'll
court.
be 2.
And Sandringham finally gets some points on the board.
Yeah.
Oh, and a baseline play just didn't go the way the Falcons wanted there. So it'll be turned over to the Sabres.
Actually, it's Joe Wood. Joe Wood is coaching things, so I apologise there. We've got her listed down as Sue Humble on the program, but is... And all of a sudden now, here's Sandringham starting to get back into this game.
Some good ball movement here.
You notice the change in the body language amongst the Sandringham girls in the last couple of plays. And there's... all of a sudden, the intensity is lifted. And they're back. There you go. They're back into this game. And now Brendan Gordon, the Waverley coach, is taking a timeout.
Yeah, so that was very interesting there, Andrew. So Sandringham went from pretty much nothing to within 2 points of this game. So very concerning, to say the least, for the Falcons' defense at this stage. Anyway.
Yeah, well, you know, look, that it was a good start, a really good start, lots of energy and so on, but then it was like, let's now throw the ball to the opposition, and you can't do that. So it's the turnovers, it's the poor passing and the turnovers that killed them. They had, and as I said, you could see the change in the body language as well. So interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Last night, Andrew, you were here.
I was.
The Victorian Youth League 1 boys gave Sunbury a bit of a belting.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Youth League 1 did a really good job of taking it to Sunbury. Sunbury at that point had been undefeated in that league. So it was a very impressive win there by the Falcons.
Yeah, ended up being about a 20-point gap, I understand.
Yeah, that's correct. Sunbury was giving it to them. They were pretty much within 2 to 6 points most of the game. And then just towards the last quarter is where they kind of let it go towards the end. As Parsons gets to Beasley. Beasley shoots, air ball, picked up by Van Vliet. And she'll also get the points on the board for them.
And there's the equaliser.
So she gets her own rebounds, stuck in traffic, had nowhere to go. And Sandringham now on the fast break. Can Parsons stop her? Unfortunately concedes the foul, and that will send Raguskas to the line for the bonus. And she'll get the bonus there. And Sandringham now will have a 3-point lead. So Locke to Beasley with a three-pointer. Oh, beautiful.
And did the Falcons need that? Back to 13 each. Well, not back to, it's up to.
Gauskas to Hill. Hill with the drive. She'll draw the foul, though. So I didn't quite get who the foul was called on. I think it might have been Parsons. And Waverley makes some substitutions.
So second team foul for the Falcons. 3 on the Sabres. No issues for either team at this point in time with the foul count.
So Naya Koang-Lock subbing on for the Falcons, along with Geddes. So she'll pass to Naya Duthlock, who'll bring the ball up to court. Oh, good fake there from Naya Duth, and she finishes for 2. Beautifully done. Outside shot for the Sabres, no good. Picked up by Geddes. Oh, but it's stolen, and they get the points on the board with Hicks getting her first points for the game. Geddes out to Locke. Locke tried to get it to Naya Koang, but it was intercepted. Shots no good. Falcons on the rebounds, and a foul is called on Van Vliet.
Yeah, you could see that very clearly on the camera. So a good call there. Just a little bit of extra body being used there.
Shots up, no good.
Good rebound though.
Unlucky, and Badish just too strong on boards. As we see McFarlane try and set a play here for Sandringham. Oh, and it's an air ball straight to Naya Duth.
Back to Parsons. She hands off.
Waverley call the play now. Geddes. Naya Duth with the three-pointer. No good. And the Sandringham girls doing a great job of boxing out those Falcons players. And Parsons concedes another foul.
I think that's her second.
Yeah, I believe that's right.
No, it's a third.
No, third, yes.
So this is dangerous. I mean, yeah, okay. Intrigued
So
as to why she was left on with sitting on 2 fouls, because now it's the first quarter, Andrew. The rule of thumb most coaches go by is that you've got to be, your foul count's got to be less than the period you're playing.
Mm. Yeah, and it looks like she, just before the timeout got called, she got substituted for Cherry Russell, so expect to see her on the court after this.
Yeah, it's going to make it very difficult though for the Falcons, particularly with Sandringham now finding some form. So we'll see how that all works.
And on a more lighter note, I understand you came away with a win last night, Andrew.
Yes, we did. We had a pretty good win over Coburg. So the Collingwood girls came up okay.
Shot's good. Cassie Hill with the bonus. And she gets the second quite easily as well. So let's see what the Falcons girls can do here. There's Weston from the top. She'll drive. Tried to hook it in, but no good. And Hill is away. some great ball movement here from the
great block.
Sandringham girls.
Great block. That was a definite highlight reel one. Nice work there. It's 5 seconds on the shot clock, Andrew. What can the Sandringham girls conjure out of this?
In and out, but boards collected by Hill, and she'll finish for 2.
So Sam Lambie onto the court.
Hopefully she'll be able to put some three-point pressure for the Falcons back in this game.
Falcons running a motion against the zone. And Locke with the rebound gets back out to Geddes. Geddes' three-point attempt is no good. Cherry Russell can't get the ball in front of the much larger Batish. And there's Locke with the rebound. She's got Geddes on the outside. Should have gone to her, but she goes to self.
Oh, good pick up by Lambie, though.
Yeah.
And Lambie's asking for it.
Drives. And she's been fouled.
Yeah, draws the foul.
And that's a 15 foul for the Sabres with 2:18 to go. Can the Falcons capitalise on this?
Now, it's interesting to note that Sandringham's kind of playing a little bit of an uphill battle. They've only got three subs for this game compared to the Falcons' 8 or so.
Yeah, sometimes that works in your favour, though, because you have to give the girls extended minutes, and it means that they are a lot warmer and a lot switched onto the pace of the game when they come on. Sometimes when you've got a really large bench, it's hard because particularly for the bench players, because they've got to come on. They might only get a minute or two each half, and they suddenly have to fit into a system where, as we see Badic with another 2, they have to fit into a system where the girls know how the opposition's playing. They know what they're doing on court. You know what I'd like to see here on their motion, Andrew? I'd like to see some away ball screens.
Yeah.
What's starting to happen with the Falcons' motion is as they're running their cuts, they're tending to bring their defensive player back into the same area as they want the ball handler to move to.
Yeah, I also wouldn't mind seeing like a back cut, probably getting movement back up top and just trying to open up this Sandringham defense a little bit more as well. Lambie, she looks for the drive, she'll offload. Good movement here from the Falcons girls and a 3.
Yeah, and that was better. Did you notice there that the Falcons post players went low? They started low, and the drive and handoff also started low, which meant that Geddes was left out on the open. There's been a foul called though.
It was called on Cox.
So, 4th team foul for the Falcons. .56 seconds to go. And it should be 14 on the shot clock. Yep, there it is. It's a bit slow on that one. So can the Falcons, with 44 seconds to go, can they get a score and a stop?
Lambie doing some great work to get into Nia Goang, who'll finish
now the stop.
2.
Now look, why are they not pressing on that score? Anyway, there it goes. Shot goes up. It's going to be in and out. Geddes with the ball.
So Falcons girls set up another play.
So they're running a Horns play.
So 7 seconds left on the game clock for this quarter. No good. Noah Koang on the boards though. Oh, misses. And that will bring up the end of the first period. So currently Sandringham's on the lead with 23, with Waverley on 22. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second period of this Victorian Youth Championship women's game between the Waverley Falcons and the
Oh, good intercept by
Sandringham.
Koang. Sorry to cut you off there,
No,
Andrew.
that's right.
And the Falcons have the fast break. So they've just caught Sandringham a little bit unawares at the start of this second quarter, sorry. Koang from low post, no good. And Ragaguskas, she'll pass out to Hicks, who can't finish. No good. Good boards there from Lambie, and Lambie, she doesn't have the numbers, so she'll set for a play. Giddies now. Out to Cox. Lambie with three-pointer. No, sorry, that wasn't Lambie. That was
Cherry Russell.
Cherry
Russell. That was a good look, actually, and I like the way she tried to get in after the shot there as well. And stepped out of court. Look, there's a lot of positive signs happening here for the Falcons.
Yeah, Coach
But,
Gordon's definitely taken these girls quite far in this competition.
Well, yeah, it's been a 2 or 3 year journey, but it's they're now showing that they can be as competitive as just about anybody else. Still work to go as that little bit.
Oh, from downtown.
Nice work there from Locke. She gets the rebound and then travels.
Yeah, and she put her hand up. She knew it as well.
Yep.
Just a bit unlucky there for Locke. And Sandringham looking to put some more points pressure here on the Waverley girls, who are playing a 2-3 zone. She gets past Lambie. And a good shot there from McFarlane. So
Locke drives, floats it up, doesn't go. Again, the rebound from the Falcons and very quickly down the floor. Yes. Sandringham has the shot from outside, and that's good. It's only a 2.
And the Falcons girls just having a little bit of trouble against this.
Yeah, Chloe Hicks has been quite outstanding there. She was the one that got the rebound that last play and drove through traffic, then kicked out. So smart work. And again, the Falcons just not managing to hit
the shots that they want.
Yeah.
And look, this is a good substitution here with Grace Beasley, because I suspect with her ability to drive and get through the defense, it might start to turn the tables on Sandringham. Oh, good intercept there from Hildebrand. So Falcons working to try and get a stop. And Lambie concedes a foul on Badish. So that will be Lambie's first, and the first foul for this quarter. So Badish on the line, hits the first, and Badish has been excellent so far, especially with her combination with Van Vliet. It's really caused some trouble here for the Falcons.
Yeah, so she, at quarter time, she had hit six points and 3 rebounds. So she is, you're absolutely right, she's making it difficult along the way. Cassandra Hill also 8 points for the Sabres. So she's just passed the ball out to her teammate there. Badish with the rebound. Looks for options. And the foul has been given away.
So that will send Van Vliet to the line.
Yep. Second team foul for the Falcons.
And make sure if you are viewing today is another double header. So coming up straight after this game, we'll have the state champion women's match against the Southern Penn Sharks.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting game. Waverley coming off a very close loss to Sunbury Jets last night. The Sharks, however, led by Jazz Simmons, are absolutely tearing it up at the moment. They've had a couple of very, very good wins, so it'll be interesting to see how the two respective squads pick up.
Oh, good intercept there from Hildebrand, I think.
Beasley drives, overshoots.
No good.
You've got to use the back. You've got to use the backboard on that.
Oh, and another good team up between Van Vliet and Badish, conceding another foul from the Falcons. And we'll see Jade Smith sub on for the Falcons girls. She'll replace Ellen Cox, who's just starting to get into a little bit of foul trouble.
Another basket for Badish, now at quarter time. She hadn't shot any foul shots, so I'm going to make the assumption, Andrew, that that's now 100% to her.
Well, what's interesting is last quarter she also had 100%
from the field.
Field shots. So
Locke, nice little floater from Nia Locke.
I'm not sure I've seen her miss, actually, to be honest. So she could still be on 100%.
It's Badish we're talking about, not Locke.
Yeah, Badish.
Locke has definitely missed. And again, the floater, and this time the foul, reaching in on there.
Yeah, so good drive there from Ragigalskis.
So good crowd it's wound up here. We've
yeah, I'd say we got about 30 odd, 30 or 40 odd.
Yeah. Oh, try the rest. It's a little bit more than that. It's closer on double that number.
So fake to Naidu, a three-pointer from Weston, and they'll turn over again to Sandringham. So shots up, no good. Good boards there from Beasley.
Yeah, she was sandwiched there by the two Sandringham players. So,
and that's the first personal foul for Sandringham this quarter.
Yeah.
Good motion movement here from Waverley. Baseline play from Naidu. Girls starting to get a little bit more physical now. Naidu with the rebounds. Oh, just off the lip. And foul is conceded, so that will put Waverley into the bonus now. With almost 4 minutes left of the quarter. So Ragigalskis gets the first. Ragalskis, I should say. I apologise if you're watching this after the game, Meg. So Coach Gordon's called a timeout for Waverley. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be back with you shortly.
it's down there.
So we're back after that quick timeout. So let's see what Coach Gordon's come up to. Sandringham's now on an 11-point lead. So very concerning for the Falcons at the moment. Naidu from low post. She'll hit it.
Yeah, nice work there. Just moved her player backwards and then reverse spin. She's very good back to the basket, isn't she?
Yeah, great power forward for the Falcons. Oh, good three-pointer there from Sandringham.
Yeah. And Falcons have given away quite a few of those.
Naidu, unlucky. It's kept alive by Hicks. Oh, and this is quite an easy fast break for Sandringham.
And that's Badich again on the end of that. How you can let the biggest player on the court get that run down the court.
And I think this is kind of the result of having Parsons off quite early in the game, because she was doing quite a good job earlier of keeping Badish out of the game, and since she's been on the bench, Badish has just been able to do what she likes at the moment.
Yeah, she's certainly got a height mismatch against Hildebrand Wise. And Coach Joe Wood is exploiting that big time.
Yeah, and also Ellen Cox is, because of her foul trouble as well, she's also not been able to help the girls with this combination of Badic and Van Vliet, which has kind of helped Sandringham's margin. Good boards there from Beasley. Naiduth on the fast break. She'll get it.
So winding down into the half time. It's the Sandringham Sabres out by 12. Falcons already in the bonus.
Oh, good intercept there. And Falcons will set for a play. Beasley drives straight through traffic, throws up a wish. Luckily, Naikoang was on it, and a good shot from Weston.
Yeah, and Beasley felt that one, I'll tell you.
So a holding foul's been called on.
And that'll be 2 shots.
And Cox again from the bonus line.
Yeah, Beasley's still suffering the effects of that collision that she had. Again, it'll be interesting to see at half time whether Badic has been able to maintain a 100% shooting record.
She's definitely working towards a double-double at this stage.
So I don't remember a shot going up that hasn't worked for her.
Good movement here from the Falcons. Naikoang from just outside. They haven't been able to penetrate the paint as much as they would like to. Van Vliet. Shot's no good. Oh, and it's gone the way of
Sandringham. Yeah, look, just touched by Beasley. She thought she had managed to save it, but
so Sabres with 15 seconds left in this half. Can they extend this pressure onto Waverley? And they do. 3, 2, 1. She has to shoot. Doesn't go. And at the end of the first half, Sandringham up on 46 with the Waverley Falcons on 32.
And we'll be back in a little bit of time. Well, actually, we won't, because, Andrew, there's still shots. Beasley has made that one. And we'll leave you with some of the replays of the first quarter.
Okay, and we're back. And Falcons have the tip-off. So Weston with the three-pointer, straight into the hands of Beasley, who gets the 2.
Good offensive board there against the 2 Sandringham players. And she was not boxed out at all. So that will be something that Joe Wood will not be too happy about. Badich, she's just too big, too strong under the basket. But Mia Parsons is back onto the court, Andrew.
Which is good to see because they desperately needed her after the last quarter.
Yeah, but the problem still is that she's on 3 fouls, so she can't afford to foul very early, and that you saw that on that that little play there.
So Parsons, Beasley almost gets her hands on it. And it's called off her, so it will be a Sandringham feed. So some good movement here from the Sandringham girls so far. Good boards there from Beasley. She'll get to Weston. We'll pass to Naduth. Falcons girls haven't had the best of luck on their outside shots so far. I'm not sure what their percentage is at the moment. There's a non-shooting foul given by Grace Beasley. So she'll be okay with that. That's her first personal for the game. And Hicks to Ragaguskas, who'll shoot the outside 2, just off the lip. Boards by Beasley. She's looking to punish. 3-pointer, and it's good.
So back to 10.
Shots up. And Naidus away on the fast break. Beasley with another 3-point attempt. No good. Interesting choice that. They did have the numbers. Badish. Long 2. Good boards there from Naidus. Badish gets it though. Naidooth recovers, so great work from her. Waverley have a little bit of an overlap. Missed opportunity. Ooh, and Beasley needs to be careful she doesn't concede more fouls. As Sandringham gets another shot, this time off the hands of Van Vliet. Weston to Parsons. Parsons drives, fades, gets the 2. Cassie Hill. And Falcons using a double team on Badich there. And that's going to be a shooting foul. Fouls on, that's the third personal for Hildebrand Wise.
Yeah, second team foul for the Falcons.
And Nia Coing and is subbed on for Beasley. So Cassie Hill with the bonus. She gets it. Missed the first though. But Sandringham maintain this points pressure over Waverley. Parsons, baseline drive.
And the foul.
And that should be on Van Vliet. It is.
Yeah, just too much of a show there. Just very aware that Parsons is very good at driving in and then little sky hook.
And just a backboard violation off that last shot, so it'll be turned over to Sandringham. It's interesting to see the Falcons girls aren't really using a press on their defence, which could help them get more stops to build up their margin. They're just a little bit too relaxed on their defence at this stage.
A bit predictable, more so, I think. Not relaxed as such. Now that was a much better attack on the basket there.
So it's called off the hands of Sandringham. Waverley make a substitution with Tess O'Donnell coming onto court now. Oh, good pass to O'Donnell. O'Donnell just doesn't get it, but great tenacity.
And we can ignore that shot clock violation because the ball definitely hit and the refs understand that. So here we go. What can the Falcons do this time down the floor? They've forced the turnover on a bad pass.
So it's with Giddies to O'Donnell. O'Donnell, who we haven't seen much of this game. And great shot there from Parsons.
Yeah, smart pass into her as well. I hope she gets credit for the assist on that. It's exactly what you want in the paint, is you want the players using that bounce pass. But again, you know, the defense is porous. And do you see, Andrew, how quickly Sandringham came back down? I think that basket was probably with about 14 seconds to go. So they used up under half. And see, there it is again. We're down 4 seconds down the floor. So the Falcons have got to do something to somehow stop this quick transition of the...
Well, Sandringham's just forcing Waverley to play their game at this point.
And foul's going to be on Lola Geddes.
So third team foul there for Waverley in this quarter.
But that pressure was paying off there. It was definitely paying off there. It got down to 6 seconds. There was 2 seconds to progress the ball over the half-court line. So if that foul hadn't occurred, it would have been a turnover. Now they're back into a zone. Now I'm assuming that the zone is there to protect Parsons a fraction and to try and deal with Badish.
Oh, good intercept there from Raguskas. And she'll finish easily for 2.
And this gap is pushing out yet again.
Yeah, it's starting to look like a blowout at this stage. Oh, good shot there from Naiko Ang. Shots up, no good.
The other problem that the Falcons have got with this zone that they're playing is look how deep it is as well. So next time down, when they come back, have a look at where the front two are lining up.
Giddies thinks about the shot. Chooses to pass off. 10 seconds left on the shot clock now. Oh, and another turnover. So Hill is away. She charges.
Yep, she does. Great work there from Geddes. She got into position. Definitely camped there. Set her feet. Great work.
And Weston will be replaced by Landby, who played very well in the first half. And to be honest, I kind of like the combination. Oh, good shot. The combination of her with Beasley.
Yeah, Beasley, of course, is on the bench at the moment.
So Falcons.
But Lambie is just that little bit of extra length there as well.
So with 5 seconds to go, she nails the three. Great work there from McFarlane.
So again, watch where the Sandringham girls are playing their defence. And there's a charge there.
Oh, yeah, they called the charge on Lambie.
Yeah. Okay, so you could see where the Sandringham girls were setting their defence up. Watch for the Falcons here. Apart from Lambie, who's popped up. Geddes, who's popped up top.
Good boards there from Nai Koang to Lambie. Lambie outside two. Good shot. So Falcons need to start getting more stops. O'Donnell now. Geddes. Oh, just a bit slow in that transition. Lambie had all the time in the world there to make the shot. But just a little bit slow on the gas with the pass. Lambie, good drive to Parsons. Out to Geddes, three-point attempt, no good. Naikoang, also no good. Lambie from downtown. And a foul's called on Naikoang.
No, it's going to be on Badish.
Oh, Badish. Oh.
Yeah, hooking on the way through.
So that's Badish's second for the game.
Yep.
Lambie. She'll drive straight through the defense and picks up the foul. Beautiful work by her, actually. Went straight through the hole and forced the foul there from Van Vliet. And that's what we need the Falcons girls to be doing. They need to be using these holes or creating some holes in the defense and driving through. Money in the bank. So it's still a 10-point margin at this stage. Falcons just holding on.
Still running a 2-3 zone. Again, they're doing that to try and hold Badish out.
Oh, three-point attempt. Great work. McFarlane starting to heat up on those threes.
Yeah, Falcons got too far across there. They need to cheat on those weak side players because we know that.
Oh, good shot. Good work from O'Donnell, and a timeout is called.
No, so it's the end of the quarter.
Oh, sorry, end of the quarter, sorry.
End of the quarter. So that's what it is. So good work there from the Falcons in that last little bit. We'll be back ever so shortly.
Okay, and we're back in the last period of this game. So let's see what Coach Gordon's got in store here for Sandringham. Can the Falcons girls get back in the lead? So good passing there from Hicks. Falcons now playing a man-on-man. As Geddes gets the rebound, Falcons on the fast break. Knight going right under the basket for two. And this is what we want to see more of.
All of a sudden, the Falcons playing with a lot more
good intercept
energy.
from Lambie.
You know when that started with Lambie coming on.
Mm. Yeah, Lambie really made all the difference.
Now with the state champ women's game coming up in a minute, I don't expect to see too many more minutes from Beasley.
Yeah, they'll probably be looking to rest her for the next game. They certainly don't want to risk injuring her. That's for sure. Shot missed. Lambie on boards though, and another fast break here from the Falcons. Oh, good shot there from O'Donnell. Great work from O'Donnell and Lambie. They had a 2-on-4 matchup there on that last play.
Yeah, 6-point game. Parsons has won the rebound for the Falcons in that jump ball contest. Well, isn't that interesting?
Oh, Beasley
is back on. Yep. So,
and this is the combination I wanted to see.
So they decided not to rest it for the next game.
This Beasley-Lambie combo.
Mm.
Both these girls are quite good at penetrating and dangerous on the threes. Ooh. Mai Koang just hitting the paint there on the shot. Oh, good intercept there from Beasley. Good hustle. Lambie's on it. Great work. She gets off to Mai Koang. And
oh, what a great hustle from the Falcons players. And it wasn't just the one. Started by Beasley, but... oh, well, that's interesting.
So they've subbed off Lambie for Nia Doof, which is interesting, as you were saying, Andrew. Mm-hmm. I probably would have kept her on, to be honest.
Yeah. First foul for the quarter. It's gone against Waverley. So the stats are interesting, Andrew. At three-quarter time, the Falcons had taken 66 shot attempts, but only shot at 32%. So we see another point go up on the board for the Sabres, as opposed to the Sabres, who had taken 55 shot attempts, but scored 24 of those, make it now a couple of extras. So they're shooting at 44, and that's really the story of the game. Interestingly, rebound count, you would think with Badic dominating.
Good hustle there from Beasley. Oh, good pass into Koang. Koang, can't complete. Badic too strong under the basket.
And, well, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
But never mind. Yeah, so you would expect with Badic dominating under the basket that the rebound count would have gone the way of the Sabres. Well, in fact, three-quarter time, it was 41 to the Falcons and 38 to the Sabres. But here's the interesting stat. Offensive rebounds have gone the way, 19 to 11 to the Falcons. And we've seen there's been a couple of extra offensive boards already in this quarter. So I expect them to be leading all the way through on that. However, where the Falcons are...
Oh, good intercept from Ragalkas.
Who is leading the scorers on 16 at the moment. She is the game high scorer. Beasley following up with 15, but there are five Sabres players who look to be in the position, but by the end of the game they'll have got into double figures. Contrast that to perhaps 3 for the Falcons. So the contributions from across the Sandringham bench has been outstanding.
And we'll be back with you in just a moment.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Falcons' Nest. We have 6 minutes and 51 to go in this quarter. And Sabres holding an 8-point lead. They had absolutely blitzed the Falcons there for a while. But the Falcons, through courtesy of the energy and intensity at the end of that third quarter, leading into the beginning of this quarter, got themselves back in the game, largely to the credit of
Lambie, yeah.
Sam Lambie, yeah.
Beasley doing a good job of intercepting. Nai Koang, she'll drive, gets stopped in traffic,
Poor
turns
passer,
over.
yeah.
Parsons just picks the pocket. To Koang, who finishes for 2. Oh, whoops. Shots up, no good. And good shot there from Cassie Hill. Oh, Naiduth off the fast break, gets it.
And that's the energy level that Falcons coach Brendan Gordon needs from these girls. It's back to a 6-point game. They have to get a stop and a score. Play each possession one at a time, not get too far ahead of themselves. Oh, there's a poor decision. And not by the ref. That was... The moment you get yourself out of that cylinder, it's going to be... always going to be a foul. So Young Lock just needed to be patient. She had the player beat.
As Van Vliet misses the first. Gets a second though. Falcons moved from the top of the key. And we haven't seen too much, too many plays from the Falcons. Probably since the first quarter.
Well, you know, Sandringham at this point in time can just simply slow it down and use every second of every possession. They did a pretty good job there, the ball going into Badich for one of her rare misses. And she picks up another rebound. No, it wasn't her. That was number 10. So that was Van Vliet. And it's edging out to close on a double-figure lead there for the Sabres.
So the question is, do you put Lambie back on?
I think it's too late. I think it's too late.
Oh, and that's a bad fall there.
Subs coming in for the Falcons. Look, I don't mean it's too late for her to come back on. She could add stuff to it, but I think when a player is playing really well, you don't want to take them off at that point in time if you can avoid it. And the momentum with Lambie on the floor was with the Falcons. So
shot missed, and foul's been called.
Yep, this time it's on Cassandra Hill.
So that brings up the third personal for Hill.
Oh, excuse me.
Naiduth for 3, no good. So Sandringham on a 9-point lead, if I can add correctly. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 + 1 is normally 9.
Yeah.
And what's called here?
So I believe this is going to go the way of Sandringham.
And the floor wipers get their first job for the day.
So shot. Oh, good shot. Regalskis just putting more nails in the coffin to Waverley. Oh, and another good intercept there. This time to Chloe Hicks. And Waverley concede another foul, which brings them up to 4. Sandringham's done quite a good job of keeping their foul count down this game. Same can't be said for the Falcons, unfortunately.
Yeah, so at three-quarter time, Falcons were on 14 to Sandringham's 11. So we can add those 4 there. 18 to 12 is the count. You know, my problem is I don't see from the group that's on at the moment where the Falcons can find in 2.5 minutes where they can actually find the scores. Interesting, coming off the bench. And you've only got Ellen Cox on the floor, who was the only one. I'll be back with you in a second, Andrew.
Yeah, sure. So Falcons move the ball around. Foul there from Van Vliet. So that's her 5th personal foul. So she'll be subbed off. So we won't be seeing her for the rest of the game, but she's done a fantastic job so far. And Sophie Van Vliet unfortunately finishes the game on the bench. So Sandringham from baseline. Interesting, they only really had Beasley up on that press. Beasley tries to intercept, but she'll concede a foul. And that will send Sandringham to the bonus. And a timeout's been called by Sandringham. And I'll let Andrew continue with his last thought before he got interrupted.
Yeah, well, as I said, I don't know where the Falcons are actually going to find the scoring and that from at this point in time, because we're down to what's an 11-point lead, 2 minutes to go. You know, Weston, unfortunately, has only contributed 2. Hildebrand Wise, who was also the starter, has only contributed 2. You've got Ellen Cox on the floor at the moment, who hasn't contributed at all. And yet, sitting on the bench is a total of 16, 24, 27 points at the moment. And when you look at that, that's half of their score. That's virtually half of their score. I would be looking at those guys and sort of saying, well, let's get them on there. Particularly as you've got Beasley on, Parsons on 3. No one else is in serious foul trouble. You'd have to leave Parsons on. And an unsportsmanlike is not going to...
Yeah, so that was called against the Falcons bench. So.
Oh, sorry, it was the tech, was it?
Yeah.
Sorry, was slightly distracted there a second ago.
So, not sure what exactly happened there. I kind of missed the interaction.
Yeah. We just had some news there, Andrew, that it's a 3. 4. Was this a double tech?
Possibly.
Must have been a double tech.
Jeez, that is not what you want to see, especially.
Oh, and another one.
In this point of the game.
Yeah, look at that. So we'll check that out for you in a minute, exactly what was called there. But, yeah, so unfortunately the next game will probably be a little bit delayed due to unforeseen circumstances in getting refs here.
And Naiduth on the fast break. Oh, good pivot and score. Jump ball's called and will go the way of Sandringham. And a non-shooting foul's called. I believe it's called...
No, we'll be shooting because they're up into 5 team fouls now.
Oh, yeah.
But refs adjudged that the Falcons player was making an attempt on the ball, so it wasn't an unsportsmanlike, which is all right.
Yeah, and we saw that unsportsmanlike foul come into play with the Youth League One's match last night against the Jets.
Yep.
Which played a part in increasing that scoreline for the win for the Falcons.
Now again, the Sandringham players are using their time. Parsons with the intercept in the end. But they need to get the ball down quickly. They can't afford to wait.
I think at this stage of the game, Andrew, it's fairly certain Sandringham's going to come away with a win.
Well, certainly after those fouls. Now, what I was going to try and do was to figure out exactly what that call had been. I'll try and get there.
So this stage of the game, it's more of the girls working on the fundamentals and trying to improve for the next game. Sandringham's, and Parsons just steps out of court. Sandringham's had a fantastic game under the coaching of Joe Wood.
Yeah.
So she'll be very happy with her girls' performance here today.
Should be. This is quite outstanding from them against a team that actually was going into this game with a lot of confidence.
So another turnover. So I think we have about at least 2 to 3 more transitions left in this game.
So there was a bench tick and a tick on Grace Beasley. And that's why she's sitting down, because that was her 5th. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen, with the Sandringham Sabres running out 78-64 winners over the Falcons. We will be back in approximately half an hour's time with the next game.